Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Tengku Muhammad Syukri bin Tengku Ahmad and I am from group F35. We present the experimental setup for activity 2. Before we perform this experimental setup, we have to wear rubber glove to ensure our safety. Okay, first of all, to test this over relay current, we use the secondary current injection test. And first of all, we'll have to connect this ground wire from this terminal to the ground. After that, I open this wire using screwdriver and I connect it to the auxiliary power. And from the auxiliary power, we connect it to the power supply out extension. And then after that, I unscrew this terminal, these two terminals, which is R1 and R2. After that, I put live or red color wire at R1 and neutral wire at R2. Okay, then for time, I connect a wire from A and C terminal, A terminal to here, I connect it, and C terminal to here. And that's the experimental setup for the that phase of a current relay. Okay, thank you. Okay, for the yellow phase, we unscrew again the S1 and S2. After that, we connect a yellow wire here at S1 and neutral wire to S2. Okay, and the other connection is the same as the red phase, which is A and C connect here. And here is auxiliary current, auxiliary power. The yellow and neutral wire that is connected here will be connected to the common. The common terminal is for neutral wire, and for 0 to 240 volt is the yellow wire. Okay, that's for the yellow phase. Okay, for the blue phase, we unscrew the T1 and T2 terminal, this wire, and then we put the wire, blue wire to T1 and neutral wire at T2. And the neutral wire from T2 we connect it to the common terminal at second current injection test. And the blue wire at T1 we connect it to this terminal. And others are the same as before, which is auxiliary power connect to P2, P1 and P0. And that is a wire we connected to from A terminal to here and C terminal to this terminal. Okay, that's for blue phase. Okay, for the last setup, which is the earth setup. First of all, we have to unscrew this wire using screwdriver. Okay, then we put a live wire at N1, connect the live wire to this terminal. After that, we connect the neutral wire at N2, connect it to the common terminal. And the auxiliary power as before, same as the red phase, yellow phase or blue phase. Then the A terminal we put a wire, connect it to this terminal, and at C terminal we put a wire, then connect it to this terminal. So that is for the experimental setup for second activity.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nurul Iwanina binti Murni Irawan. So today I'm going to show you how we do activity 1. So first, we must connect our IDM, DL overcurrent and earth fault relay to our power supply. Next, we will do service setting and test setting. So for service setting, first we must push the enter button, then the mode button until it display set here. So then we push the mode button again for overcurrent earth fault setting. So here will display 30%. Then we push down error here and it will display REC. And then again we push the down arrow and it will display N, which represent normal curve. And then again we push the down arrow here and it will represent 0.3 here, which is overcurrent protection. And then we push the down button again, then it will represent off here. Then we push the enter button again. Then to check fault setting, which is earth fault, we push the mode button and it will display 30% here, same just like before, like I mentioned before. So the 30% is the earth fault setting. So next we will push the down arrow button, then it will display IEC, and then I push the down arrow button again, it will display N, which is represent normal curve again. And then we push the arrow and arrow again, down arrow again, until it show off here. Next is for test setting. For our case, we will use the survey setting as our test setting. So we will get the same value as survey setting, which is we will get 1.5 ampere. How do we get 1.5 ampere? It is because we multiply our 30% here, multiply by current transformer ratio, CT ratio, then we will get 1.5 ampere. So next is minimum current to check relay pickup start function with test setting. So first, we must inject the relay by turn on the secondary current, and here also. So then we regulate the current into the minimum current. So next we select the button to set, and then we regulate our current until the indicator here blink for a few times. So we will get the value here 1.5 ampere, which is it is for red phase. So the same process is repeated for yellow, blue, and earth fault phase, and the result is 1.48 for yellow, blue, and earth pickup current phase. Thank you.
Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Nurisha dan Musa. So today I will explain to you about our experiment in activity 2, timing checks with test setting. Okay, as you guys can see, this is the protection relay. This is the front loop of protection relay. This is the back loop of the protection relay, and this is the secondary current injection test set. Okay, as you guys can see that there is R1, R2, S1, S2, T1, T2, N1, and N2. Okay, let me explain to you for the connection. Okay, as for the connection for red phase, okay, the R1 will be connected to R1 will be this button at the secondary test current injection. Okay, the R1 will be go to the fault button from here, which is it show the value 0 to 240 volt, and for the current is 0 to 10 ammeter. Okay, for the red phase, R1 will be connected to here, so the wire will be connected from here to here, and for the R2, the wire will be connected to the common. Okay. Alright, so to proceed with this experiment, these two also should be connected to the protection relay, which is for the this button, upside this button. We must connect it to the A at the protection relay, and also for the bottom, we should connect it to the B at the protection relay. Okay, so that's the connection of red phase in order to record the timing check testing. Okay, first of all, before we start this experiment, we have to wear this insulator glove, the yellow one as shown in this video. Okay, to make sure we follow all the SOP in the lab, so that we are in safe while doing the lab. Okay, first of all, we have to turn on the main switch, which is this is the main switch, this is the set switch, this is the regulator where we always change the value of current or voltage, and this is the scale. Okay, I think that's all. For the first procedure, we have to calculate the rate. As we can see in the table, we have to calculate the rate phase timing check first. Okay, before we start the experiment, we know this is still in off condition. Okay, so we have to turn on the main switch. This is the main switch, we have to turn it on. As you can see, there are the 0 symbol and also 1 symbol. So 0 symbol is for the off condition and the 1 symbol is for the on condition. So we have to make it to the on. Okay, make sure regulator point to minimum. Okay, to make it minimum, we have to this equipment. As you can see at the regulator, there is plus and minus symbol. So to minimum the value of current, we have to put it in this direction. Okay, so for the second step is we have to select switch this one. We have to select this to the set. Okay, if you know when it's still off, it will be go to the to calculate the current and time check for this experiment. We have to change it to the set symbol, and then we will set our current as given. In our case, the output current that we have get is 1.5 for minimum pickup current. Okay, so in this case, we have to multiply it by 2. So 1.5 multiplied by 2 is 3. Okay, so in this first rate phase activity, we have to regulate the current in until 3. So it will show us 3 at this point, 3, and then after that, we turn off the set button, which is we move it to the O back to get the time check. We move to the O, and then in order to test the switching time, we must reset the relay first. Okay, this is relay. We must reset the relay first until it show off here, and then we switch this one, what we call button, to this test. Okay, before we go it to the set, but after that we turn it into test, and then the time will be appear here, which is for the 2 times overcurrent. It will show the value of 2.9 seconds. So that's for the 2 times overcurrent for rate phase, and then we do the same procedure for the 3, 4, and 5 times overcurrent for rate phase. We just repeat the same procedure as before, and for the yellow phase, we will change the connection of the wire, which is for the yellow phase, we will not use R1 and R2, but we use S1 and S2. So for the yellow phase, S1 will be connected to the at this button, which is it shows 0 to 240 volt. For the emitter, 0 to 10 emitter. Okay, and then the S2 will be connected to the common. Alright, so the A and C at the fault relay will be at the same position as before, as the rate phase as usual. The difference is only at the this position, S1, S2, and also all these symbol at the back of the relay. Okay, for the yellow, blue, and also earth fault phase, it will give the same value in this experiment, which is 2.9 second for the 2 times minimum overcurrent, which is it will give us 2.9 second. Okay, for the third, 4, and also 5 times is also the same. It will show the same value, which is for the 3 times minimum current, which is 3 multiplied by 1.5. It will give us the value of 5.4 ampere. So for this value of current, it will give us the time check is for the red phase 1.87, for the yellow phase 1.87, and also for the blue and also a fault phase. Okay, for the fault current inject for red, yellow, blue, and fault, it will multiply with the minimum current also, which is 4 multiplied by 1.5, our minimum of current, which it will give us the value of 6.0, which is the time checked for this experiment for the red, yellow, blue and also a fault is 1.49, all the same. Okay, also for the 5, which is we will multiply the minimum of the current, 1.5 multiply by 5, it will give us the value of 7.5, which is it will give us the value of timing check 1.29, and also this value are same for the red, yellow, blue and also a fault. Okay, for the connection for blue phase, okay, we will use T1 and T2. T1 will be connected to the at this fault button from my right side. Okay, that shows the 0 to 240 volt, and also for the current 0 to 10 ampere. Okay, and also same with the T2, it will be connected to the common button, and for the blue it also the same. For the earth fault phase, it also the same for the earth fault, but for the earth fault we will use N1 and N2, which is N2 will be connected to the this button, and also N2 will be connected to the common. Okay, and the procedure are same from the first step that we calculate the rate timing check for rate phase just now. So I think that's all from me. Thank you.